Hey, come on in. It's Porch, Settin Sunday. It's another day and another chance to sparkle. So keep a sparkle in your eye and a sparkle in your heart because it makes you beautiful. Everyone's beautiful if they smile and they're kind. If they're not, you can see it in their face because they look old and decrepit. It's Halloween today, but we don't have to celebrate Halloween in a bad way. We can celebrate it in a good way and make something positive out of it. So yesterday I called my sister-in-law. Her daughter is in the hospital with pancreatitis like our son had, and she was critical for a while, so I knew exactly what she was going through, and she's been there going on 2 weeks now, well, over 2 weeks, and she is finally looking up. They are putting her in a step down, which means she's out of ICU and doing better. So God is moving and making her well. And I have other things I want to tell you, but I want to show you the mountains. They're gorgeous. Oh, and I'm so sorry I missed last week. I could not, something happened to my, not the internet, but my computer, my phone. I mean, all at once, I lost my YouTube channel. I couldn't even get online because everything was gone. And well, it took me 2-3 days to get it all back. So thank God I got it all back. But let me show you the mountains. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, I hope you all can see them like I can see them. I hope that you see the colors. Look there at that beautiful color right there. And right down here, I don't want to make y'all busy, but look at the color. Look at the color. It's gorgeous. And earlier, I'm sorry I didn't get out here soon enough, but earlier, oh, let me show you, over top of the house over there. Look at that. See, the sun is up on the horizon, and it just looks like it's on fire to me. And earlier today, I wish I would have got out here. Maybe I'll get out here and show you again. If it's sunny tomorrow, I'll just give you another. I got plans. Okay, there's the mountains. They're gorgeous. They're looking good. Oh, right here, the sun is still on them a little bit, right there. See how golden and gorgeous they look? Oh my goodness, they're just gorgeous, and I wish you was here to see them. So how's everybody been? I hope you've been good. I sure have missed you, but I had the best birthday last Sunday. Let me tell you, my sister was here, my brother was here, my sister Jean was here, and my brother John was here. Well, I call him Johnny Ray, and I call Jean Jeannie. Her name is I'm a Jean, and everybody calls her Jean, but we grew up calling her Jeannie. So she's my sister Jeannie. I have a sister Debbie, and Kelly, the one that just came into my life, she has COVID, so y'all keep her in your prayers. We have a nephew that had a massive heart attack. He went in for surgery for his heart, and before they took him into surgery, he had a massive heart attack and they had to take him in an emergency. So there was 2 or 3 days there we didn't think he was going to make it, but God pulled him through, and he is doing well. Kelly's doing well. I FaceTimed with her last night just to make sure, because it really worries me. She lives alone and she doesn't have any family near her. I think she has good friends though. But hi Kelly, I love you. Your big sister loves you. She made me a big sister. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're new to my channel, I have been searching for my birth dad for years. I wanted to know who he was ever since I was 10 years old. My mom would never tell me, and I finally, just before she died, I found out. Well, I had the name, but no clue how I could find him. And I probably never would have found him because his name is not that's what everybody called him. His name was, everybody called him Bobby, but his name is not Bobby. There's not even a Bob, a Robert, or anything in his name. His name is Joseph Malcolm. Where did they get Bobby? But anyway, he died a few years before I found Kelly. So my sister Jeannie bought me, year before last, the DNA kit for my birthday, and I did it, and lo and behold, a cousin was on there, and I started, I approached her, you know, I wrote her a note and asked her how she was related to me. It said she was a cousin, and what is her family's name? Well, she went to tell me, she asked me who I was looking for, and I told her. I said, do I have, then she told me, that's my uncle, Bobby. And I said, okay, good. I found some family members. And she told me his real name, and then she told me that I had 2 sisters and 2 brothers, and I flipped. I still haven't found the one sister or the 2 brothers. We'll find them. Me and Kelly will find them, because Kelly has no idea either, so we'll find them. Yes, we will. Okay, so everybody remember my nieces and my sister, and my niece and my nephew and my sister in your prayers. Wanted to get that out first so I didn't forget it. But we're praying for healing for all, and we are believing that that healing will take place, and there'll be no side effects to any of anything that anybody had. So, and I'll keep y'all updated. The story I wanted to tell today was, I decided I would start telling stories about the lady that I took care of for almost 7 years. I won't be telling her name. I'm going to call her Polly. That's not her name, but I'm going to call her Polly. Polly was so loving, and I loved her. She held me while I cried. She had Alzheimer's and dementia. She had good days, and she had very, very bad days. And, you know, on the bad days, that was just the way it was. So, has everybody got their coffee, their drink, and everything that they need to sit and listen to a story on the porch? I'm sorry. I invited y'all in and never even offered you a drink. Would you like a cup of coffee? A cup of kindness. Be kind. Be always kind. But anyway, get your tea. Get your coffee. There's hot tea, cold tea, coffee. I don't have no wine, but I do have some kombucha. Do you know what kombucha is? I made it myself, and I'm pretty proud of it because I've never made it before. But anyway, just get your drink and let's talk and tell a story. One day, well, she left my husband. She just thought my husband hung the moon. Of course, that was he was second in place because her husband hung the moon for her. And she told me stories about her and her husband. Her and her husband built a house in, can't remember what part of it was more southern West Virginia. It was away from here, and it was near a park. And she loved it. She loved her home, except for her husband was gone all the time. And here she was with 2 little kids, and you know, it's back in the day. It's probably back in the, well, she was 90, I want to say 96 when she died. I'm pretty sure 96 when she died. So it had to be back probably in the 20s, 30s. I'd say 30s. So you know, times they was hard, but her husband's family owned a sawmill, so she was able to build a home because they owned a sawmill. She told me about the beautiful hardwood floors that her husband put in, and her husband was also by trade a woodworker. He helped to do some of the woodwork that they have in one of the colleges here. I cannot remember the college. If I do, I'll tell you in another story what the college was. But it was a big college here, and he helped. It was a college in West Virginia, but not near me. But anyway, it's a beautiful college. I've seen it. I haven't been in it, but I have seen the outside of it. Beautiful college. But he helped do the dorm room buildings, and he helped do the trim, and he helped do some of the cabinets and stuff that they had in there. Because, you know, back in the day, years ago, they done everything, they made everything by hand, right on site and stuff, most of the time. But because his dad had a sawmill, he got the job of building not building at college, but doing all of the woodwork in the college. So they did all the woodwork. But anyway, she would tell me stories about how she would be at home alone, you know, with those two babies, her first two babies she had. And she would, was pregnant with another one, and he'd have to go off, way off to work, and he wouldn't be home till, you know, he'd be gone 4 or 5 days, and he'd be home on the weekend. Well, he heard of a job in a coal mine where they was hiring good, and they had a little community where they could move. Well, they moved to this house. They bought it. They was able to buy it, and they bought the house, and this is the house that she lived in when I took care of her. And her husband done all the woodwork in that house. He done built-in cabinets, built-in corner cabinets. He made her furniture, some of it, and it was gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous furniture. He done the hardwood floors, but later on, as they got older, they wanted carpeting, so she covered the hardwood floors up, but they were still beautiful underneath. But anyway, but she did leave her bedroom the hardwood floors. Anyway, she had, let me count the kids. I think she had 7. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She had 6 children. I'm thinking she had 7. She had a set of twins, I do know. Let me get some more. Oh, she did have 7. I forgot about the one that lives in Florida. He works near the, with the astronauts. He worked there, and he retired. So, anyway, they all done very, very well. She raised 7 children that were very, very successful. Hang on. Anyway, she said he went, a few of them in the community, they headed toward, this is Wyoming County in West Virginia. They headed to Wyoming County because she could get a good job at a coal mine. It was one of the biggest around. They was hiring thousands of people or hundreds of people, and so her husband came to Wyoming County, which is backed up to Logan County where I live, and he got a job. They bought this house, and it was one of the most beautiful homes in the community. She even had, the coal mines had made up a brochure, and they made her home one of the show homes on that brochure. I mean, she kept all that, and she showed it to me, and I thought that was so special. And she could tell me so many things about West Virginia, and I told her about, I was talking to her about a park that they had closed down. It was an amusement, a small amusement park, but they called it Lake something. I can't remember what it was called. I'll try to find out, but at that time I remembered, and we talked about it. She said, oh yes, I remember me and my husband, and she would say his name, she'd say, I remember me and him going there on dates. We would double date and go there. She said we had such fun. She would tell me all kinds of things about the area. She knew so much because she lived there. And it was just amazing stories she would tell me, things she would tell me. And I know y'all want to hear about it too, so you have to come back next Sunday. I know, I'm leaving a cliffhanger. I'm leaving a cliffhanger about the park. They went to that park on their date. And so you have to come back next Sunday to hear the rest of the story. I love you guys. And if you're new here to my channel, welcome, like I said before. And if you've been here a long time, give me a thumbs up. Even if you haven't been here a long time and you like my story, come back and see me. Give me a thumbs up. Share me around, because you're the only way that I'm going to get to travel. And you know I love to travel. I want to travel. So you all, share me around. Share me with your family. I love the ones that have just come on board. I love my oldies but goodies. I love all of you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. So don't forget, be kind. Smile at someone. Tell them how pretty they are. You never know what kind of day they're having. So give a kind word and brighten someone's day. I was going to tell you, I dressed up last night, and I called my sister-in-law, and I made a face. I had lipstick all over like this, big. Looked like someone dropped caterpillars on my eyes. I had my eyes all black, you know, done up black, like a real old woman that couldn't see, and I wrinkled up my face, and I had on a wig, and I messed it up, and I had my pajamas on, and I was putting lipstick on when I FaceTimed with her, and I said, "I got enough lipstick." And she laughed, and she said, "Are you dressing up for Halloween?" And I said, "No, I dressed up. I dressed up so I could make you laugh. Now I want to see a smile." And she laughed. She had her husband come in, my brother-in-law, and he said, "Who is that?" And I said, "I'm your new girlfriend. Come here and give me a kiss. Give me a big old kiss." And he laughed. So that was, I wanted to make them laugh. They had worried about their daughter so much, and I knew they were still going to worry, but it, you know, laughter lightens the soul. It lightens the load. It lightens your, it's just good to laugh, and I'm finding that out. So laugh. It makes you beautiful. It makes you feel lighter inside and all over. So just laugh and make someone else laugh. If you see a stranger and you think they look good, walk up and tell them they look good. I seen a lady one time, she had all white hair. It was beautiful, beautiful hair. She told me how old she was after I told her what I told her. She had really white hair, and it was cut about like mine, but she had it really spiked up and everything. It was all white, and the root part was lavender. I thought that was so beautiful on her, and she could carry it off. I mean, there's people can carry stuff off, and I didn't know how old she was. I knew she was probably about my age, but anyway, she looked really good, dressed really nice, and I had to go up and tell her. I said, "I love your hair, and you look so pretty." And she said, "Well, thank you." She said, "I was scared that people would think that I looked awful with my lavender hair, with my lavender root." She said, "But I do love it. I'm 70 years old." I said, "Well, let me tell you, you can carry that off, and you look very pretty." She smiled real big, held her head up, and walked on. So that made me feel good to make her feel good. So all around, everybody wins. So be kind. I love you. Say a kind word, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget that at the end of every storm, there's a beautiful rainbow. And if you're watching, Cat, I love you. Bye.